Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another segment of People and Places. I'm Dan Roberts, the publisher of the Vegas Voice, and my job is to introduce you to all the fantastic people in our town. And I am extremely lucky to have with me two of the most beautiful, wonderful women in our valley, and that is Charlene Sher, along with Anette Aerenson, and they're going to talk about a new production that they're in charge of. So first of all, ladies, thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having us.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
We are going to talk about a play that you're putting on known as Kindertransport. With that in mind, who wants to go first to talk about it?
Well, I'll tell you how it started. About 8 months ago, I began to sense that most of the people around me were feeling very polarized. They were completely numbed by what you see on television, the daily barrage of all our images, and desensitized to much of what's going on in the world. Of course, being Jewish, I was acutely aware of the rise of anti-Semitism, and I thought there's got to be something I can do to bring the community together. Community meaning Jews and non-Jews, just to have people bond and feel. Because I believe that if you ignite the mind by touching the heart, because if people feel, they can connect. You do. When you're vulnerable and you see something that moves you deeply, you're more open to connection with the person next door to you. So I thought of doing Kindertransport. It's a wonderful play about a very difficult time, and it's seen through the eyes of a child, a 9-year-old child. And I did a lot of research about Kindertransport and found out that the story that this play depicts, it was not uncommon. It happened to many of the children.
Oh,
I didn't know that. And once I started to set my mind on doing that, and then I was chatting with Anette, who is in my building, and she became equally passionate and excited about the project, jumped on board, and the two of us together have been unstoppable. And things have fallen in our way, have fallen into our laps like divine intervention. I'm going to quickly elaborate, and then Anette can tell you a little more. I received a text from a friend of mine who's not Jewish, who doesn't live in Vegas, lives in Cincinnati. Out of the blue, we don't speak for years at a time. And she sends me this picture.
Mm-hmm.
She said to me, Charlene, do you know about Paddington? I said, what about Paddington? Well, the story has it that Michael Bond, who wrote him, many years before, in the late 1930s, used to walk past Reading Station and saw these little children with their labels on from the Kindertransport. Him and his wife took some of them home for dinner at night, and he said the children used to cry because they missed their parents. Then 20 years later, he decided to write a story for children and remembered the children with the labels and created Paddington with his label saying, please give this bear a home. And I said, you're sending me this when I'm thinking of doing Kindertransport? I have to do the play.
Yeah.
I have to do it.
Now, Annette's involvement with Kindertransport is what?
Well, first of all, every time she shares this story, I get the chills. And like she said, you know, when Charlene came to me and told me about this project, I felt it in my heart. I felt that I have to jump on board and help out in any way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And together, like Charlene has said, you know, we've been a force to be reckoned with.
I can see that right now, yeah.
And so I took on the fundraising initiative, and as any play has a playbill, we developed this most amazing playbill, and through this we are getting ads for businesses and personal ads.
Right.
And we started the fundraising initiative about 2.5 months ago, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say the number, but we're over $25,000 right now.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And the advertising is just hitting now. The invitations are just being sent. Flyers are coming out in various communities, churches, synagogues. Like Charlene said, our goal is to bond communities. You know, over the years with COVID, with what's happening around the world, you know, politics, people are so divided.
Yeah.
And we don't care. We don't care what race, religion, you know, what.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Republican,
matter.
Democrat.
Doesn't matter. We're all in this together.
In fact, we just got a call the other day from a Mormon church that we'd been speaking to about this, and the bishop said he would like to book 45 seats for his people of his ward, and he's going to present it to other members and other bishops of their wards to see if they could come too. It's happening. It's so exciting.
You know what's interesting, ladies? Is that you read the news about how everybody hates each other and they fight and they're so polarized, and yet you're doing a tremendous service like this, and yet very quietly you see people really want to come together and work on it.
They do. They do. They feel the same way, and they see value in what we're doing.
Right.
The response has been
Unbelievable.
incredible, and from all walks of life. And what we were trying to do is really educate the young.
That's the big thing.
Right.
We're charging a nominal fee, $10 for seniors and children, and $20 for adults. But for those who can't afford that, come in.
Come.
This is not a production to make money on the tickets. We want to educate the people, for those that don't know, the young people, and for the others to remind them of a time when the world went mad. And to just bring people together. This is a community project.
But you know from what I gather from it, is that you're not lecturing to people. It's really a production, a play, a show for them in which they think afterwards, oh my God, look at this, which I think is just phenomenal. And the thing that I know is that this young lady, you're going to be on the stage performing.
Well, I am the producer of the show.
Right.
But I am going to be in it as well. It's quite a daunting undertaking, but I'm enjoying it. Maybe it's my swan song, but I don't care. I'm going to go out with a big bang, and this has been one. The cast, even
Talk about
the
cast. Go ahead.
I've never been in a production where each member of the cast, yes, they focus on what they have to do, but everyone's trying to help the other person get to their goal too. So this whole feeling of unity is blending into the cast. It's quite remarkable. I've never been in a production like this. It's like there's something bigger than us happening, and it's very exciting.
And again, I mean, I've seen you in plays before. You have been from outstanding to fabulous, and you're also having your daughter in, who I fell in love with years ago when I first saw her. And there's going to have other members, and a professional. We're not talking about
no,
amateurs.
these are wonderful actors.
Yeah.
My daughter plays my daughter in this play.
Okay, good casting.
We have the right
bond.
well, it's not only bond. We have the mother-daughter thing going on. Yes, so that is wonderful. One of my other sons has done a little video recording, which will be in the play at the end.
Right.
I have another daughter who jumped in when we found that a proper mask that we were using for the play couldn't come from England. She jumped in and is making me one of those. And then my other son is putting a big ad in his
magazine.
Highly circulated magazine. So, yes, it's been a family affair.
And I think it's wonderful. In the minute or so that we have left, let's do the important stuff. Kindertransport. When is it going to be performed, and where, and how do you get tickets?
Absolutely. It's performed November 3rd, which is a Thursday, 5th, which is a Saturday, both of those in the evening, 7:30, and Sunday matinee, 2:30, November that is, at the theatre on the Adelson campus in Hill Point, and you can talk about
Sure.
to get tickets.
Tickets?
Absolutely. Like Charlene said, $10 for seniors and kids and $20 for adults. No one will be turned away. If you need a ticket, reach out. You're there. We want to fill the seats. We want to bring community together. Our platform is up at Jewish Nevada. All proceeds will be going to the Holocaust education. And you can get there by jewishnevada.org/Kindertransport.
Yes.
You did it. So, ladies, I thank you so much for
I'm in shock.
coming in. You know what?
I'm in
You
shock.
guys
I thought I
were-
did really good.
No, you even better than good. You guys are fantastic. I thank you so much.
Feel my hands.
Yep.
That's how
I'm gonna
nervous
urge
I was.
everyone to, by all means,
Oh,
see this play. Not only will you learn something, not only is it educational, but you'll enjoy it. And you can't get better people than Annette and Charlene. So again, this is Dan Roberts for People and Places saying we're going to see you again. But most importantly, we are asking everyone who watches this video, please, please, please subscribe to our Vegas Voice TV channel on YouTube. There is no charge for that. And if you want to continue to see great, great people like Annette and Charlene, this is how you do it. So again, it's Dan Roberts, People and Places. Ladies, thank you so, so much for being
Thank
here.
you
you.
very much. Thank you.
And we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.